guys, my beautiful people. You are here as always with the Rasa the dancer, and now I'm gonna give you 5 tips when you dance with a teacher. Now, I was thinking about this title for a while. It's like it cannot be 5 tips as an advice when you dance with the teacher. There's no advice to dance with the teacher. You just dance with the teacher, and there's so many little things that we could talk about. So I just thought just 5 tips when you're dancing with a teacher. In general, there'll be some things that I think are relevant from all the feedback that I gathered from all the people that used to talk to me and be like, oh, I'm so nervous, or this and that happens to me when I dance with a teacher, or I can't dance with teachers. So I gathered all of this information from all of you, and these will be 5 tips addressing all of these things that I've heard from you when you dance with the teacher. It's gonna be fun because I am the teacher and I experience this from people all the time, different kind of things. So literally now the advice you're gonna get is from the teacher, and I think I speak not necessarily for all the dance teachers of the world, but I definitely speak for a huge part of them, and we talk about these things all the time. I know other teachers. I am not just on my own in my bubble. So I think this will be a fun video, and I think you will benefit from it to understand what actually happens in the teacher's head. I promise I'm not gonna be sugarcoating, and I promise I'll be really, really honest. Okay, it's gonna be an honest video, so please take my word for it. Anyway, before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and then we can get started. Okay, so the first thing that I think is important to say, and take it as a tip, is to remind yourself that your dance teacher or any dance teacher, it is just a human being, just like you. I don't know why this happens, but for some reason, dance teachers become put on such a high pedestal as if we are some different breed and we are some sort of higher form of human race. And maybe that is because we are better at dancing than you guys, and we have authority in classes because we teach you a skill, but we only got this authority in our little group, or our big group or whatever. We don't have authority if we go to the doctors, then we are nothing. We are literally just, just like you. So it really depends, if you look through our perspective, we, of course, person like me, I'm very vain in general. So I like to be admired and I like that people put me on a high pedestal, but I don't take it for granted, right? But I do like it. But I just want you to understand that I like the attention and I like the respect and all that comes with it. But you have to also understand that just because I know this skill better than you doesn't mean that I'm better than you, or it doesn't make me any different than you. It doesn't make me not want to go to the toilet or it doesn't make me not hurt when I'm smiling. Sometimes we hurt, our bodies hurt when we're teaching dips and tricks, and we the same. It's like we exactly the same. So I guess my tip number 1 is anytime before dancing with a teacher, if you feel like, oh my God, I'm not sure I can do it, just remind yourself, we are human beings just like you. Just so happens that we're better at this particular skill than you are for now. Who knows where you're gonna be in the future. But it's like we don't really consider you any less or more. We are the same. So just calm yourself down and go dance with your teacher. Okay, so tip number 2. This one, it could be individually different for different teachers, but I still think majority will say the same. Do not try to impress us. It doesn't work. Look, if you are a particular caliber of teacher, you really cannot impress us. The way you can impress us is by actually giving us a nice dance, which is to the music, playing around, trying to connect with us, and making sure that it's just a nice dance. We do not get impressed if you do a lot of complicated combinations, because we dance, me personally, like every night. I travel the world, I go to congresses, and I've experienced so many fantastic technicians. If you are suddenly by some pure miracle a better technician than I have ever experienced, I will appreciate it in the sense I was like, you actually better than all of the rest. But unless you give me something that I can connect with, it really is not impressive. So my tip number 2 is, don't try and impress us. Just because you were waiting for that dance for how many years or songs, let's not exaggerate, and you get this dance with, me, for example, don't think you need to, if you are a leader, like go crazy with all of the moves that you know, just to impress me. Not worth it. Much better just to have a nice dance. I love emotional connection. So if you could just connect to the music and connect to me and do some nice stuff, that's it. Then I could be impressed. I could be impressed if you make me feel something. But if you just go to a lot of complicated moves, then you're using this opportunity to dance with me to practice your skill, which is absolutely fine as well. If that was your intent, is to practice all of the moves that you can't practice with other people, fair enough, go for it. I am there to your disposal. But if you actually want me to be impressed by you, then don't try to impress me. Just give me a nice dance that I could enjoy, because you also have to remember I've been dancing all night probably, and everybody were trying to impress me. You know what I mean? Not worth it. Give me a nice dance and I will really, really appreciate it. And that goes for a lot of teachers. And when it comes from the other side, like if we're talking about females asking a male teacher to dance, again, don't try to do all of the styling you've ever learned, because usually teachers have some more interesting combinations, and they want you to be present, and they want to be able to do those things. And if you just go off on styling and miss most of the signals, it's also not cool. So just be yourself. Again, try to connect with your teacher, or any dance teacher, and just have a good time. So just try avoid impressing. Very rarely works. Okay, tip number 3 is not so much a tip as a request. A lot of people know this and try to do this, but a lot of people don't. Please make sure you have a look at the person, your dance teacher, or just any dance teacher, the person you want to dance with. Please have a look if they've been dancing all night. If they have been dancing all night, try to be respectful, and when you get your opportunity to dance with me, for example, don't do every combination that you have ever learned. Try to understand that the smile that will be on my face or somebody else's face is because we're trying to understand that this is your chance, one and only, to dance with us, and that's why you're doing this, so we're being nice to you. But are we enjoying the dance? Of course not. We've been dancing for 3 hours, doing every combination imaginable, going at every speed imaginable. We, at that point, after 3 hours of dancing, would like to have a really soft, nice, pleasant dance, right? Sometimes it's nice if you see as well that the teacher's been dancing all the time. Don't get put off not asking us to dance because we are athletes. We can endure more than you think. So just because we're sweating and we look like we've been through a lot doesn't mean we wouldn't want to have one more dance. Okay, this is what we do. So don't be turned off and not ask us to dance. But when you ask us to dance, you could be polite and say, I've seen you've been having a lot of dances. I would like to dance with you too. If you need some rest, maybe you could find me later, or I can go and find you later. But then you plant the seed in the head that you wanted to dance with them, and you give them an opportunity to rest. But most of the time, we will be like, no, let's go, let's do this, you know? And some of the times, it will be, for some of us, amazing to hear this, and we'll be like, thank you, yes, I would love to rest and have a little bit of water or something and just breathe, and I'll find you straight after. And usually we do find those people because we care and we want to dance with everybody. So don't be put off by teachers being tired, but please be considerate. Don't be like, well, it is your job to dance with me. It is not our job to dance with you. As a teacher, our job is to teach. The dancing is extra. I love to dance, hence why I want to dance with everybody. Some teachers, they don't enjoy socials as much as I do. That is the truth. And it's fair enough. But they would enjoy it so much more if people would be considerate all the time. If that makes any sense. So that is my kind of tip, advice, and a request. Just have a look at the teacher. If you see that they're about to die, talk to them, ask them if they want to dance or they want to dance later, and just take it easy on us now and then. Tip number 4 is going to be a quick one, but it is extremely important to mention from my perspective and on behalf of not every single teacher, but most. If you had a dance with us, do not ask for the second one straight away. Just don't do it. If we want to have another dance with you straight away, I mean like straight away, when you have a dance and you say thank you and you go to another one, you know how sometimes you dance with somebody and you like straight away ask them, oh, can we have another one? You know, don't do it. You can do it to somebody else, people that you know, but don't do it to the teachers. If we really enjoyed the dance and the song comes up and we really, really like the song and want to dance with you again, we'll be like, should we have another one? You know? But otherwise, you're putting us, like we're working, we are, you know, our mission is to dance with as many people as possible. And you are not only taking away one more dance from potentially somebody else, you also assuming that we had the time of our lives. You're also assuming that we don't need a rest. You're assuming so much. This is not the rules of salsa or bachata, okay? So if you had a dance with us, say thank you very much and give us an opportunity to ask for another one if we want to. Said that, of course you can ask us that night again to dance. If you see us standing around and nobody else asking us to dance, of course go ahead and ask us to dance again. But there's some people who are like asking you to dance and then not only asking you straight away to dance, but then sometimes like they keep on asking you every 3 songs, and you in the beginning thinking, okay, and then afterwards you're thinking, can you not understand that there are other people who want to dance? And it's like as if they know, for example with me, that I cannot be rude and say, look, mate, I've danced with you already. You know? And I say mate as in for the guy, but this happens all the time with girls as well. So like I know my male teachers, friends, they have girls coming in asking them to dance, and they do the same and say, can we have another one? Or like they just keep on coming every 3 songs to ask them to dance. And you got to be really careful and self-aware, because sometimes you think that they might want to continue dancing with you all night, but they're just being nice. So just give them the opportunity to ask you to dance. So you ask them the first time to dance, you have a great time, thank you, you appreciate it, they appreciate it, everybody is happy, okay? And then afterwards, you give them an opportunity. If they really enjoy the dance, they'll ask you again, because we want to have those dances, as many as possible. Or if you see them standing around, you ask them to dance. But don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Okay, the final tip is about teachers saying no. So I know sometimes you are worried to ask a teacher to dance because you're afraid they're gonna say no. You need to remember that teachers saying no to a dance says more about them than it is about you. It's not because they are stuck up most of the time. Look, we're talking about the teachers who actually care to be there. We're not talking about people who actually are stuck up. Okay, let's leave them out. They are what they are, and let's just let them live their stuck up life. But we're talking about normal human beings here. So it's usually, we say no, it's not because we're stuck up. It's not because we don't want to dance with you or whatever the situation. We have sometimes our own reasons that not always we want to share with you. For example, I might be injured. I don't want to have a 5-minute conversation with you about what injured me, how I got injured, and why I'm still there while I'm injured. It is my personal decision and my personal reasons. But I have to say no to a dance because I can't dance because I'm in pain. There's, some people say, so why are you there? There's a reason why I'm there. I was teaching. That's why I said before as well that teaching is my job, not dancing. Yes? So I was teaching to get paid, to pay my bills and have food on my table. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, stay at home then. I'm injured most of the time. If I stay at home every single time when I'm injured, I will be kicked out of my house and live on the street, So you have to understand, like, sometimes there's injuries. Sometimes, I don't know, we might be really tired. Sometimes we need a toilet. Sometimes we're waiting for somebody, or we promised to wait for somebody, and we or just got a drink. Literally just got a drink, would love a sip of that drink. Could be anything. Just remember, sometimes when a teacher says no to a dance, it's not about you. Does it feel bad to hear it? 100%. 100%. I've been told no quite a few times in my life, and it feels awful. But you gotta brush it off. It might take 1 or 2 songs to kind of get back into your rhythm, but you have to remember, it's not about you, it's not about you, it's not about you, and it shouldn't turn you off to ask some other teachers that night to dance, because literally that is that teacher's problem that night. It doesn't happen very often. Teachers are usually saying yes to dances, but if they do say no, I want you to be prepared and understand that usually it's nothing to do with how you dance, what kind of person you are. It says just about maybe some sort of position that the teacher is in, that he's incapable or she danced with you. That's all. That's all. Oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. I have a bonus tip for you. Woohoo! Bonus time. Now, the bonus one is keep it professional. A lot of the times it gets a little bit, you're dancing with us and it's like, just keep it professional, because we teachers tend to send a lot of positive energy to you and we're trying to be nice to you. Sometimes you could be taking the wrong way. Try not to be the person who takes it the wrong way. it is a little bit strange when that happens. I have to admit, as a woman teacher, I get it less than male teachers. That is the truth. Whoever wants to argue this point, I am open to it, but it is the truth. Because I think men are scared these days so much to be inappropriate because, we talking about women's rights all the time. We're talking about, them groping women and this and that and this and that. So they kind of like trying, not always, but I'm saying most of the time they're trying to pick up on the signals. Now, it's slightly different when you're a male teacher. A lot of you ladies are misbehaving because you think that because you are a woman, that the guy is interested no matter what. That is not true. There's so many teachers, male teachers, that have girlfriends, that have families, or that are just not interested. So try to behave. I know a lot of women who ask the teacher to dance, and then they kind of like a little bit giving them innuendos, we're coming closer and everything, and that makes a lot of teachers uncomfortable. So that's my quick bonus for you. I thought it's important to mention so that you, in case you want to actually be the person they want to dance with, and you being a little bit naughty and making teachers feel uncomfortable, stop it. Just be natural, and then whatever will come, it will come naturally and organically. But don't force yourself on anybody. I know we dance and it's all sexy and all, but this is supposed to be a dance for everybody. So don't put people off, okay? Be careful and stay professional. There we are. The video is finished. You have your 5 tips how to treat the situation while dancing with the teacher, and you got your little bonus there as well. But just to sum up, remember, we love to dance. We are in this profession because we love to dance. So don't hesitate, ask us to dance. Just keep all of those points in mind and just have a good time. Ask us to dance and we'll be so happy. It's so much easier for us when we're being asked to dance than us asking you. It's less work. So don't be shy, don't be weird, treat us as normal human beings, and let's enjoy the music together. And now I send you a kiss. Subscribe to my channel to get more love from me. And I am off now to my studio that I have in London, and I'll be teaching some salsa. So there you go, my plan for this evening. I say goodbye, and I'll see you soon in my other videos.